Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. I'm having my first cup of coffee, which I actually forgot to have when I woke up this morning. Tammy said, "Are you done with the coffee?" And I said, "I forgot to even have any." We're going to go over real quickly the haul that we got from Goodwill. We already showed you this German-made Steinbach baker's ornament. Pretty cool. And we also got a couple brand new P.H.D. golden, unused, 1.25 inch nappers. Two of those, $1 a piece. That's a great deal. Now, this is a great find. Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook. We showed you that in the video, but we didn't really look at it. Cookbook's really amazing. It's got all your little abbreviations here that you commonly use. This is a picture version of the original old Betty Crocker cookbook. Now, I love these photos in here. They're like from the 1970s. Look how vintage these look. They look absolutely amazing. There's going to be a lot of things in here that you're going to want to check out. Lots of good information for cooking or planning events or feeding big families or even small families. So like table service and all kinds of different things. Preserving food, serving different beverages, snacks, cakes, everything. So this is kind of an updated version of the original Betty Crocker book that has all the tried and true recipes. Wonderful find. Look at those delicious. Betty Crocker's serving up. Healthy and balanced. But this is a 438 page plus notes. $4.49. Nobody wrote any notes in there. They're kind of slick, shiny pages. It wouldn't be easy to write in that, especially with a pencil. But very good condition. Loving the artwork on the outside, on the inside. This was a great find. Now, this book was produced by Rodale. Live your whole life, it says. There's a QR code if you want to do something or look it up. Another item that we found is this Fenton art glass piece. It's in the clear glass with the frosted tips, and it's got these hand painted little flower dollops in on the sides. It's all hand painted. Inside the dangle is a chain with another crystal glass piece. So it's really well made. It has a nice sound. Honey, I need some more tea. My cough has come back. I don't know what you use bells for, honestly, but be pretty in a curio cabinet. And then we've got some 9 of these. Let's see if I can get them out of here. Little golden books, and they're real old. So we're going to go over those next, and I'll probably read part of 1 or 2 of these just so you can kind of see what the books are all about. Okay, so we got 9 of these little golden books. They're not all Walt Disney, but I'll show you all of them first, then we'll pick one to read, 1 or 2 to read. We got the little golden book, Walt Disney's Tonka. Little golden book, Walt Disney's Pollyanna. Got the little watermelon there. Some lollipops. Huckleberry Hounds and the Christmas Sleigh. That's not Tom or Jerry. I'm not sure who the mice are. Tootsie.
Toodle.
Oh, Toodle. Toodle.
Toodle.
The engine. I don't know why I said Tootsie. Toodle.
You looked at me.
Yeah. You're a Tootsie. Cowboy ABCs.
You know how they say hey toots?
Hey Toots. He's a little cowboy riding a horse. We'll probably read this one. This is probably my favorite one. Gunsmoke. 25 center right there. And this one's featuring Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon's featured in this. So we'll probably definitely read that through that one. Puff the Blue Kitten. Puff the Blue Kitten. Another 25 center. And this is a great little story about a cat that wants to goes out and is curious and then gets herself into a paint of blue paint. And different from everyone. Smokey and his friends. So the Smokey that we all know and love. 25 cent. Teaching the animals how to stay safe with fire. So we're going to read this one, but this will probably be on a different vlog separate. So watch for that. And then the last one we got is the Little Red Caboose. This is a 69 cent one. This one's not as old. But I love the little raccoons up here and the deer. Right, Techno Hillbilly? And the rabbits. And there's a little dog right there with the kids.
We won't be reselling all these. Some of these we'll keep for when we have grandchildren.
Some of these golden books we are keeping for our grandkids. Some of these will be on our eBay store. So let's read this Gunsmoke one. It does have a name here, Jimmy Fansler. Made by Simon & Schuster, New York. Looks like there's a name there too, Debbie maybe. So the kids wrote on the book. Mary Reed, Ph.D., Dodge City, Marshal's Office. Gunsmoke was the first Western television series to become one of the 10 most popular shows in the country. Now, Little Golden Books brings you young children the adventures of U.S. Marshal Matt Dillon, who lived in exciting frontier days. And so the story's about Matt Dillon and a bunch of wrestlers come into town that are at the Double T Ranch, and they're excited to see them, but they get stuff riled up and things go crazy. I love the dog here. And they help to get the wheel put back onto the carriage. And then later on the kid says, how many outlaws you got in your jail? And he says, well, we don't have none right now. And the kid says, well, you ain't much of a marshal. Ain't that the marshal's job to catch outlaws? And you don't have no outlaws in your jail. You must not be much of a marshal. So that kid didn't think much of Matt Dillon at first. By the end of the story, the kid found a respect for Matt Dillon. But you have to read the story to find out all of that. We're going to read the Cowboy ABCs. Cowboy ABCs. Let's see. This is 25 center. ABCs by Gladys R. Saxon. Pictures by Jerry Smath. Copyright 1960 by Golden Press. A is for adobe. Adobe soil makes adobe bricks when it's baked in blazing sun, and adobe bricks piled one on one makes walls for the Bar X Ranch. B is for boots. Cowboys have two kinds, fancy ones for dress-up times, rodeo parades and such, and plain ones for working. Little Cowboy's boots are plain. You can guess what Little Cowboy wants for his birthday. C is for chuck wagon. Bumpity bump, it speeds across the range. Doesn't need a road. Bumpity bump, it takes hot food to cowboys working on the range. D is for Dogie. A lonely orphan calf who wanders on the range, looking for a home. Little Cowboy found his Dogie. He feeds it and waters it. Little Dogie isn't lonely anymore. Get along, little Dogie. E is for Eagles, soaring up above. She is out to find some food for hungry baby eaglets waiting in their nest. F is for filly. Little Cowboy has a filly. She's a lively little horse. She'll grow up to be a mare. Just a little cowboy will grow to be big cowboy. G is for grass. Miles and miles of grass stretch across the range. Many kinds of grass. Many good grazing land for cattle. When summer sun dries up the grass, cowboys drive their animals to higher, wetter land where grass is fresh. H is for hat. Little Cowboy's hat does many things. It keeps his head cool in summer and warm in winter. It shades his eyes and slaps away flies. It carries water from a stream and it coaxes a pony to run faster. Little Cowboy's hat does many things. I is for Indian. No more Indian raids or tomahawks, but there are still Indians. Indians are good cowboys. Joe Bacon is an Indian. He knows how to quiet cattle. He breaks new horses in a kind way. Joe is a cowboy's friend. J is for Jackrabbit. Great big jackrabbits eat the grass and good green plants the ranchers need for cattle. Big jackrabbits, little jackrabbits, hundreds of jackrabbits. There are so many jackrabbits that ranchers try to chase them away. K is for knots. Many kinds of knots. Knots for tying horses, knots for tying cows, knots for tying packs on mules. Cowboys know them all. L is for lariat. The little cowboy has a lariat. He has a lasso and a post. He can lasso a barrel. He can even do a few rope tricks. If he practices every day, soon he will learn to lasso a calf. M is for mesquite. Mesquite trees can live where it's hot and dry. Their long roots bring them water from deep down. Mesquite trees have pods like pea pods. Cattle like to eat mesquite pods. They taste good to cattle. N is for neckerchief. Big cowboys wear their neckerchiefs to keep off wind and dust, rain and snow. Little cowboys wear his neckerchief when he rides the range with his dad. O is for outlaw horse. Once the Bar X had an outlaw horse. Even Joe Bacon could not gentle it or train it to be useful, so Little Cowboy's dad had to sell it. P is for pancakes. The cook flips one into the air. Down it comes, flap, into the griddle again. With its other side down, some cowboys call pancakes flapjacks. Q is for quarter horse. A quarter horse is a smart and fast. Cowboys and quarter horses work well together. There are many quarter horses on the Bar X ranch. R is for Roundup. How many animals are on the Bar X? It is a big ranch and nobody knows for sure how many there are until Roundup time. All the cowboys work hard, rounding up the animals and counting them. 1 cow, 2 cow, 3 cow, 4, 5 cow. S is for Saddle. A cowboy's saddle is very important, even more important than his hat. He spends a lot of time in it, and he and his horse must be comfortable. The cowboy keeps his saddle soft by rubbing it with saddle soap. T is for Tarantula, a great big fuzzy spider. Little cowboys watches out for the tarantula, for his bite can hurt. U is for Utah. Lots of cowboys live in Utah. Lots of cattle too. Look at Little Cowboy's map. There is Utah, spang in the middle of the western states. Utah, the cowboy state. V is for Veterinary. He looks after the animals that are sick or hurt. He vaccinates animals to keep them from getting ill. The vet is an important visitor to the Bar X ranch. Open up, horse. Let me see inside. W is for Wrangler, who cares for the horses very early in the morning. He wakes up the horses, he brings them to the cowboys on the trail, he feeds the horses and gives them water. The Wrangler is the horse's friend. Up, up, get up. X is for X, the brand on the Bar X, cattle. Each ranch has a different brand. When a rancher sees his own brand on an animal, he knows that it belongs to him. Ooh. Y is for Yearling. When a baby horse gets to be 1 year old, he's called a yearling. His sister is called a filly. Year-old cattle are also called yearlings. Z is for zzz. That's how the rattlesnake sounds when it rattles its rattles to warn everything away. Zzz. Keep away, little cowboy. And that's the end of the Cowboy ABC. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace, y'all.
If you like this video, hit the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and consider joining our channel. Well, we truly hope you enjoyed that. We want to thank everyone who watches our videos, hits that like button, and leaves us a comment. We want to give a special thanks to our Patreon supporters because that extra help goes a long way. Their links are in our description. We'll see you guys next time.